Is back here at Bowlero Tucson for the final order of business on a busy weekend down here in southern Arizona. This is game 2 of the Scratch Division title match. They're bowling Nerve Wracker. 2-game match. If one bowler wins 2-0, it's over. If they split 1-1, they immediately go to a 2-shot roll-off to determine the winner. That's all the way through to this game right here. Hunter's Hunter's opponent, Josh Malloy, has already won the first game from Hunter. So Hunter must win this to force the Nerve Wracker. He started strike spare triple, which puts him in a comfortable lead so far, but Malloy's got something to say about it. He started open spare and now has a double in the third and fourth. So can come close to tying this thing up if he can get hits here in frames 5 and 6. He can't tilt out the 7 right after Hunter tripped out his 6-8. There's a grudge match, just the same as yesterday's title match, where Hunter did come on top for win number 16 of his career, while Josh a 4-time champion of his own. So 2 veteran decorated bowlers here trying to pile on the wins. Hunter, of course, looking to sweep the weekend. Josh, an outstanding spare shooter, no problem at all with that 7 pin. Been around a while, from Arizona, part of the herd of antelope. I didn't look that up overnight, what a congregation of antelope is called. I'm probably just a herd, but I love it when it's those weird names. A desk of antelopes. It's a Family Guy reference. No, nobody? Hope somebody got that. Antelopes. Pretty shot there. Josh just kind of do a tight line fallback there, right over 4th arrow, and it settles up perfectly in the 1-3. Got that?
It's a herd.
It's a herd? How boring. What are some of the good ones? A pod of whales, I know that one. What are some of the good ones?
A troop of baboons.
A troop of baboons is fabulous. That's
a shrewdness of apes.
Just kidding. This is what I'm talking about. How do we get a herd? Terrible. Whoops. Yeah, murder crows, I knew that. Way wide left on that time on a very challenging and tricky pattern day. These are these Brunswick patterns, which I don't know as well. It's called the Edge. It's 40 feet, but it was a very low volume 40 feet and real flat from 5 to 5. So constant adjustments needed, pair to pair, nothing unusual about that. And that shot was wide left all the way. Had no chance to recover. Did drop a lot of count on that too, so that's another problem. Missing it would compound the error. He's going to try and deflect the pins from the ball, and instead an ugly 5-2 frame cuts his lead to just 2 pins through 6 frames. Interesting day for Hunter. About 2 hours ago, he actually gave me his post-mortem. He thought he was going to lose to Matty Holman. And he was saying, yeah, I just didn't have a real good look today, and yada yada. And lo and behold, comes out with the back 6 and then beats Matty in the Nerve Wracker portion. Got by his last match as well over Peyton Workman, and here he is playing for the title. Does not trip the 6 out this time. Josh got by Hunter's brother Chris in the other semifinal match. $14 bowlers made the scratch cut, took minus 36 to do it today. So what's that? About a 193 average or so. Tour rolls on to Vegas next week for doubles and singles. Triple header in Bowling in 2 weeks. And we will all be talking about main event before you know it. Boy, if there is one flaw in Hunter's game, and as a 16-time champ, there aren't many of them, but occasionally his single pin spares can get a little weird. In earlier games, he missed a couple right side spares completely to the left, and his shoulder was noticeably open to the left. I think he's aware of that too, because that was just clearly an overcompensation on that spare ball.
You can take another one.
the shoulder's closed up, and he misses that spare to the right. Of course, we're nitpicking about one of the more talented bowlers we've ever seen, but it's something that, you know, when he gets to the higher and higher levels, he's definitely going to want to clean up. You can outstrike 9 misses at our scratch level. At the regional level, you can rarely do that. The national level, which is clearly a goal he could achieve, you cannot do that. But use our tournaments and work on that kind of thing. Why not? Gosh, tough match play bowler. He's got to jump all over these errors from Hunter. Oh, man.
All right, running down.
That would have been absolutely deflating to Hunter.
That hit the rack. The rack.
That's a respot, folks. Can anybody help me with that? He originally had a bucket and change up there. Darn near rolled the 2. It fell, but if any part of the machinery hits that pin, it's got to be reset. Clearly the case there, so he'll get a chance to think about that 2 pin and, more importantly, what he's going to do in frames 8, 9, and 10 in what is still only a 9-pin game with the conversion. Big thanks again to Robert and the whole crew here at Bowlero for hosting us. First time in a couple of years. Busy turnout. Busy turnout? That's not really English, but that's all right.
Big.
Busy event, big turnout. Thank you, Noel. That's what he said.
Yeah, synonyms for big.
Large, ginormous, voluminous, encompassing. Oh. Yes. When you're in your mid-30s like me, voluminous would be a tremendous. It's granulous instead.
You just really wanted to take your time on this frame, huh? Yeah.
This is the generation of JBT bowlers that turns my hair gray. You guys will always have this going for you.
It's an honor.
I think Matt made it a personal mission to.
I think my answer. I think my anger issue gave me a couple already. There you go.
Yeah, 1 or 2. No trouble at all in the spare. And that is indeed a 9-pin lead through the 7 frames. Contrasting styles, Hunter the 2-handed max power. Josh goes direct with one of the lowest rev rates on tour, but if you put that ball in the right spot and he is deadly accurate, rev rate can be overcome.
There you go. Yeah.
Just like that. Can't throw it any better than that. Faced up beautifully. He's maintains that 9-pin lead. And now back to raw power. Still got room for 218 on the scoreboard. If he gets there, that would still force 2 strikes from Malloy. The count is still in his favor, 8-7. Interesting spot. Let's see what he can come up with. Oh, no. And instead, worst possible result, and the wheels start to come off. Capable of making it, but not that time. And now 196 is his max. And this is a mental challenge right here. He is absolutely still in this match. Striking out still forces Josh to go spare, strike, spare to win by a pin. Today has taught him one thing so far, it's that you just never know. He said he thought he was out of this tournament multiple times. And it could still be on him in the 10th to win. Josh wants none of that. He would like to end it right here, which he would virtually do with a strike.
There you go.
Hmm.
Write it down.
Decent shot, flat 10.
350, 67.
Should he spare it up, he will need strike, spare, and the 10th to win. Anything less than spare strike on his next 2 shots, and Hunter will have a chance to tie or win. Coming down to it on a Sunday afternoon. Excellent spare, no worries.
Oh, we got that shot.
Boo! Boy, my football November has stunk. The Bucks
It took
haven't
4
won.
quarters to get a touchdown.
Seattle doesn't have a point. Stupid game.
The thing is, like,
Alright, back to
not
my
passes completed to Seattle versus until like the middle of the second quarter.
A little wide, right? No! Gets the carry on that one. Now any spare in the 10th is a win. Anything less, Hunters will still have a chance. Josh looking for win number 5. Hunter for 17. Josh looking for vengeance from yesterday. It is in his hands. A win for the herd.
6.5.
Right between the legs.
No. No.
Just in case you didn't do his math right.
Kind of a grind out game too over here on the end pair, but 3 in a row in the 10th gets the job done for 5-time champ Josh Malloy. Hunter will have to settle for first and second on the weekend. He's one of the few people in the universe that's disappointed by that. The bar is set very high for Hunter Mays these days. Now we've ticked off for a little while, and we'll carry on to the next thing. Congrats to Josh and Susan and our side event winners, this girl and Maddie, wherever she is. There we go. I see her mom around.
She's always outside.
Good stuff. Thanks, Tucson. May we meet again.